Welcome, everybody, to the King of Tides, Hero Club's weekly Twitch stream show. My name is George Primavera. I will be your dungeon master this evening. And if you don't know who we are Hero Club. Our main thing, if you check out our About section under this video here, is we take our D&D sessions recorded live around a table or over Zoom in this pandemic situation. Then we cut that raw audio down with sound effects and music and upload them into these really fun audio anthologies. Check them out at heroclubpodcast.com or in our About section. This week, or excuse me, on Tuesday nights, we get to gather around the Zoom and just play for fun, not worrying about all that post-production, though we still do like our music and our sound effects. If you're just joining us and have never been with us before, we play in a campaign setting called the Emporia campaign setting. If you have heard Here There Be Monsters, one of our anthology seasons, it's the same universe as that. So a couple of things to know about this setting. First of all, everybody is playing anthropomorphic animal characters. In terms of technology and feel and vibe of the world, we're talking mid-18th century, height of piracy, tropical continent of Emporia. Magic has been made completely illegal by the monarchy and is punishable by death or worse. And there is one church religion in the land that helps the crown suppress magic. That is the Church of Soul. They worship the sun as a body of celestial power. Now we get to the fun part where we get to meet our cast, our player characters. Let's go to Gabe Greenspan first.
Hi, I'm Gabe Greenspan. I play Zygo Coiltail. He is a chameleon, former guru, but much like Zendaya and Zac Efron, he had a rewrite to stars. So he is now a stars druid.
Oh my God.
All the way a level 11.
How long ago did you plan that?
10 seconds ago when I was like, what do I say instead of guru?
This is a good
That's
blitz.
the best and worst thing I've ever heard.
Natasha Mercado.
Oh no, I'm Zaza Chuckle, and I'm a barbarian, and I'm a level 11, and I just met my sister named Yaya.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
We'll recap that in a second, absolutely. Dylan McCullum.
Hey everyone, I'm Dylan McCullum. I play fan favorite Nesbitt Bisbee. He is an anteater, swarmkeeper, ranger, and nothing fucking else. It also falls on me every time to explain the best or worst part of our campaign setting. Because animals are people, bugs are animals, so make sure that you close your ears as fast as possible. Oh no, it's too late. It's too late.
Let's leave it.
It's like that mummy ride.
Because you're going
like
to be
that
hearing
one.
these noises all throughout the stream. Every time I open my dumb mouth, just be like, oh no, he's going to say something, and George is going to be like, ants? Sure, and just destroy your fucking life for an entire, 5 seconds.
Let's meet Hannah Fagerheim.
Hello, I'm Hannah. I play Cano, a level 11 Canadian Goose, Oath of the Ancients Paladin, and I helped rid our group of our warlock stuff. And my fun fact this week is my favorite ride at Disneyland is Thunder Mountain.
Nice.
Oh.
And finally,
Solid.
Jackie Emerson, absent last week, but back with us again.
Yay! I'm Jackie Emerson. I'm playing Joey, the 12-year-old rogue arcane trickster, destruction cleric, now with lots of cool powers, little coyote person.
Beautiful.
And I like Splash Mountain. I'm gonna raise your Thunder Mountain to splash.
Ooh, raise that thunder to a splash. And speaking of splash, let's return to where we were at the beginning of last week.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're gonna flash back a little bit before we catch Jackie up on what happened. So, let's get our setting set here. Joey, you have retired, taking a long sleep within the confines of the cabin of the colony, the ship that you guys are waiting on in the middle of the water. To your knowledge, it's a day like any other. You are unaware that when you exit the interior, you are in a full town that essentially borders, on each side of you, the left and the right, you see multiple levels carved into a clay crevasse. As if some of the clay mountains of the red spine, some of those clay deposits have moved all the way down to where the mouth of this river is. Now, this is a market in full swing. Looks like it's really, really busy right here. The first thing you notice is that your party is nowhere to be found.
You left me?
Oh, Joey, you're awake.
Yeah, where did everybody go?
They saw a poster, I think, and Miss Checkle recognized it.
Is it us?
Oh, no, not that kind of poster. Sort of an event promotion.
Oh. Do you know
Yes,
where the poster is?
Well, there were several back there, but we've drifted a bit further than that. Roll a quick perception check for me, Joey.
23.
23. So here's what you notice. There are boats in front of you, lined up, moving very slowly through this river at a glacial pace. It's even to the point where the natural current of the river, which should be taking you faster. There have been several oars deployed to create a little bit more resistance to the water so that you are more slow moving. Behind you, another line of boats is waiting. It looks like there's some kind of, basically a traffic jam, and it is taking a very long time to move through. You don't know why this is happening. You don't know where you are unless you roll a history check for me, and then I will tell you.
I don't know how, but I just always roll terribly for history, and I love it because it feels so in character. That's a 7.
You have no idea. What a new and unfamiliar place. You assume that you're somewhere towards the northeast, somewhere near the mouth of the river, but you don't know any names of towns. This is not Greywater Harbor. Greywater Harbor is not on the mouth of the river, even though it is very close. Greywater Harbor is more on a more easily accessible and buildable stretch of land north of the mouth of the river. So you must be somewhere in the river, the White Stain Delta, which is what you guys are traveling westward on to try to get a little bit closer to Port South, the capital of Emporia. Right now, Joey, there's no direction. There's not much to do. Your friends are gone. What does Joey do?
I'm so bored. Joey turns to Henry, says, "Do you think you can man the ship?"
That's what I'm doing.
Got it. Great. Okay, then I'm gonna go try to find everybody.
Sven tugs on your shoulder.
Oh, Sven, do you know where they went? Oh, cool. Let's go. But wait, give me 1 second. You should probably maybe look a little different too. And then Joey is gonna maybe duck behind a little wall and cast disguise self, turning into a penguin.
Sven does the same thing, also turning into a penguin.
Great. I'm just cool. Disguise self, great. Perfect. And then Joey kind of smacks him with her thing as means of a high five.
You guys flip her high five. Even though when you guys go for the high five, you pass through that illusion and actually touch hands. And there are docks on either side of the boat. Just a quick leap to the side. You know that if this were a galleon, you would not be able to fit through here. This is the size of your boat, which is about schooner sized, is about as big as you could be in this little skinny mouth of the river here.
Cool. Can I just ask you, when I'm looking on shore, what kind of people am I seeing?
Lots of different kinds of people. With that perception check of 23, you notice a great many Emporian guards. There are blackjacks all over this double-sided dock.
That sucks.
But they appear sort of lazy and are clearly there as part of an assignment rather than a part of an active hunt.
Cool. And then my next question would be, what do the normal people look like style of clothing?
Style of clothing is, many of these folks look like fishermen. Some look like farmers, and there are a great many merchants scattered throughout the more common folk that look more well-dressed and have slightly more structured stands within the carved out walls. As you get onto the dock and off the ship, you notice that some of these carved out areas are not just little shops, but are actually sort of Diagon Alley style hallways that move further into the underground. And
cool.
Roll another history check for me. Let's hope.
She rolled high. 21. That's exciting.
Stillborough is structured very much like this. The city of Stillborough is a mostly underground city, sort of in the northeastern quadrant of Emporia. While
So
this
might be
certainly
Stillborough.
this certainly is not Stillborough though,
Okay.
because Stillborough is not on the river.
Cool.
Stillborough is a sort of landlocked underground massive city. This is much smaller than Stillborough would be.
Okay, great. And I'm just gonna go out there and say that I'm wearing like kind of a fisherman outfit.
Right.
As is, I'm supposing Sven.
Perfect. You guys hop up onto the dock.
Cool. Cool. Let's go this way. And then Joey just starts off towards a hallway that she sees.
Amazing. You guys just start walking into the cliff face, leaving the river behind you, getting further and further away. Let's see. What is Joey looking for?
Joey is looking for any type of poster.
Okay. Roll another perception check for me. Or investigation.
Still wasn't great. Are you sure it's not perception?
It's investigation, but it's not a high DC.
11.
That's high enough. That's a 10. Great. So after a little bit of looking, it takes a bit of time, you realize that when you walk by one of these lots of posters advertising events, different shops that are popping up, and then you walk past a poster that has Zaza on it. A really big Zaza. And then you look a little closer, and it's not Zaza, actually. And that strikes you as odd because it really looked like her. And then you look down and you see that the caption underneath is the inimitable Yaya. And it looks like a hyena woman in dazzling leathers, really colorful and performative, absolutely shredded, giving a mean mug on the poster. It looks like a really well done artist's rendition of, very realistic, of this woman, Yaya. And it looks like some of the smaller details underneath are advertising some kind of fight.
Sven, I think we found where our friends are. Let's go. Except for then, is there like a food stall along the way?
There is.
Cool. What are they selling?
Sugared roaches seem to be very popular over here.
So good. Okay. Joey's gonna wait in line.
You wait in line. Make a quick perception check for me.
23.
23. Okay. You see a
No,
very
just kidding. 22.
22.
Did my
That's
math
still
wrong.
good. No worries. You
In
see
that case, you see nothing.
23 was the DC. You see a very old turtle fellow. He is sitting next to some of the more fancy merchant stalls. He does not have his own stall, but he is adjacent to the sugared roach stand where everybody's leaving with these little paper bags full of sugared roaches, very much like popcorn, but very sweet and cinnamony. And the turtle right away appears blind, and has like an old wooden gnarled stick that he is clinging to. And he calls out, selling wares, selling wares, selling wares. You see that he doesn't have much of interest on his thing. He has got a couple of pieces of cloth, some homemade beaded necklaces, and a very large and old trunk that he is actually sitting next to with one arm on top of it.
Do I remember anything about this man? Like, does he sound familiar to me?
You do not recognize him.
Okay. Joey's gonna get the sugar cockroaches.
There's an old chicken woman who 4 crowns.
Okay, great. Thank you. As Joey is giving the 4 crowns, can she try to like maybe like swipe another just couple?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Wasn't my best. 17.
Yeah, all right. Let's see how this goes. Immediately, the roaches are withdrawn, and a broom comes down. I'm going to roll an attack. Does a 10 hit your AC? Probably not, right?
No.
You deftly avoid the broom. Get out of here, you scamp! And you are just getting broomed away.
As she's getting broomed away, Joey goes like, "I'm so sorry. It's for the child."
Make a
And,
persuasion check.
Mentions it.
Oh, make a deception check.
21.
Put them back.
Okay.
And
Joey looks up with big eyes.
she puts your sugar roaches back in your hand. Now get out of here.
Thank you so much.
As you walk away,
Joey rolls her eyes.
the turtle reaches out and grabs your arm. Young one.
Quick acrobatic to get out of the grapple.
Okay, yeah.
Joey doesn't like
roll
to be grabbed. 18.
Yeah, you easily slip out of this weak grasp. It's clearly just to get your attention.
What do you
The
want?
turtle maintains reaching after you and says, "I smell gold on you. Pockets full of crowns. Do you have them? Yes?
No, I'm just a fisherman. Well, I'm the child of a fisherman. I've come from one of the boats and my parents are off doing something, so I just wanted to come explore a little bit.
The turtle speaks in avian to you.
I'm so sick. I think I hear my mom calling to me. And then Joey grabs Ben and just...
Might she have any, because like she lived with me for a very long time and I also speak avian, might she have any like, I don't know.
I don't think she's proficient.
How often do
in
you
avian.
speak to her in avian?
Well, I don't know. When you live together, you learn.
Let her
things.
lie in this.
Sorry, Jackie.
Wait, don't go. I knew I felt pause. Come here. The turtle is not entirely blind. There's definitely something going on with his sight that makes it not as good. And he definitely has some severe cataracts, but he is looking in your direction. So it's probably more of a, he's got like a disease afflicting his eyes rather than entirely blind.
Okay.
Come here.
Joey kind of warily steps forward, knowing she's in a bind.
There is, make an Arcana check for me.
5.
Okay, there's a buzzing in the air for a moment. You don't really know what that is, but there's something magical that's happening. And he says, disguising ourselves, are we?
What makes you say that? Unless, would you be somebody that also ever disguises yourself?
From time to time, if it is needed.
Well,
I have something that I don't sell to everyone, but I think you might have need for it.
that depends on what it is.
He slams the trunk next to him.
A trunk? Really?
Come with me. And he picks the trunk up, leaves the rest of the worthless wares on the ground, and begins to slowly hobble through the market.
You know, I don't take to following strange men into random places well.
Make an insight check for me.
Right. That's a 14.
You feel like you could take this guy,
Okay, let's go, Sven.
especially with Sven. And you've seen Sven call lightning from the sky. And this is one guy. Joey and Sven probably have been feeling themselves a little bit with all their magical power that they didn't really have to earn, so to speak. You know what I mean? Not a lot of knowledge-based magic happening.
Are you referring to disintegration, George?
I'm referring to wisdom and charisma as your spellcasting ability modifiers and not intelligence, primarily. This guy is hobbling along. He's very hunched. He's old. For the 14, you get a range on his age. He's got to be like 90-ish years old, which for turtle folk is old, even for them. He is walking without looking to check to see if you're following him. So if you wanted to abandon this, you could absolutely.
Now we gotta keep going.
Sven nods. And you follow him until eventually you leave the loud noises behind you. The crowd eventually disappearing into the distance, and you find yourself in a sort of echoey open cave. I'm sorry, I'm burping like crazy. Ugh, excuse me. He brings you into kind of like a side chamber off the main path. And this seems sort of like an abandoned tunnel in its vibe. He puts the trunk down and sits on it. And he says, 4,000 crowns.
That's ridiculous.
It's not. It's a deal.
Depends
to
on
be
what we're
rid of
paying
this.
for. What is it?
I've deemed this the trunk of ever-keeping.
Can you speak mammalian, please?
He laughs to himself a little bit. What would you store in a trunk?
A body? Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Bend it, a body.
I'm kidding. I don't know.
Such a real
The
Joey
elbows
answer.
kind
How
of
old
wink.
are you?
Old enough. I've seen a lot in my
It's
time.
not an answer.
Okay, fine. I don't know. I'd store the stuff that I collect.
How old are you, young one?
Sven goes, a body, am I right? High fives.
Not the talkative sort.
You could say that. I do the
Well-
talking for both of us here.
Roll a quick Arcana check for me, Joey.
Oh, good. 21.
There is something magical about this chest. With a 21, I can't tell you much else. But he sits down next to it, making a little bit of a he like gives it the top of it like a dusting, and you start to see markings appear over it. You're not sure what these runes necessarily mean, but he goes on to keep explaining a little bit. Yes, trunk of ever-keeping. You see, anything locked inside of this trunk stays in place. If you catch my drift. Were you to step foot in here and the lid closed, it would feel as if everything had stopped. In fact, if you were to step into this trunk and I were to close it, to your perception, it would open again instantly. Have you solved my riddle yet, young one?
So almost like time stops inside of it?
You've got it. You are a magician.
Well, Joey's a little chuffed.
4,000 crowns. I need to be rid of this. The Emporians have really made themselves known here in a large way, and it's time for me to move on. And I am old and I can't carry this thing.
Is this something that, I don't know, they would recognize if we were to walk back to the boat with it? It's a little large.
Not at all. A trunk is a trunk. Unless an inquisitor decided to stop you, but I very highly doubt that. There's no presence of them anywhere.
3,000.
Roll a persuasion check.
That is a 23. Nope, more than that. That's a 25. Nope, that's a 24. Wait.
24.
So,
Take your time.
Wow.
you guys are really jet lagged.
No, wait, it's a 16. No, hold on. Hold that
I
thought.
botched.
I'm done.
24.
Yes. Final answer.
I'll take off 250 crowns.
What about 3,500?
Done.
Could I have gotten it for less?
No.
All right. Give me a minute. And then Joey's gonna turn around and kind of open her purse and like, as stealthily as possible, kind of shake out the coins.
Sven is just kind of staring at the chest. I'm gonna roll a little Arcana check for Sven.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does Sven think?
It looks like a chest.
Oh, actually, before I give him the money, can I do a quick insight check on him to make sure he's telling the truth about what the chest does?
Yeah, you don't speak Scalic, do you?
No.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I suck at these. Well, that was a 6. So.
This guy seems like he's just trying to offload this trunk.
Well, Joey, flush with her recent successes and with the fact that she has so much money now in her eyes, decides to do it and hands him the gold coins.
Massive sack of gold.
Yeah.
He takes this huge sack of crowns, slings it over his shoulder, and says, "Best of luck to you, young magician."
Thank you. Best of luck to you as well. What's your name?
No names.
I like that.
Have a good one. And he disappears further into the cavern, goes around a small corner, and then you just hear a noise. And when you rush to see what's happened, he is gone.
Oh, I gotta learn that one. Joey turns to Sven and kind of like shrugs. And then as stealthily as possible, I would love for us to take that back to the ship.
Okay. It is much lighter than it would appear, but it is a little unwieldy. So you both kind of take one side of it and start moving back
Before
through.
we do, can I scrape up some dust from the ground and then put it on top of it again so the runes are covered?
Absolutely. You effectively dampen and ordinaryize this trunk. So it doesn't seem as unusual. It looks a little
That's a word,
dirty.
Gabe.
Yeah. I made it up and I'm fully about it.
Of course, ordinary eyes.
My favorite.
Ordinaryize. Ordinarify. And
That's English.
that's English. And you move back through into the market. Let's get our people sans back. Sorry, gang, I'm a little slower on the uptake with my sound effects.
Oh, it's
Back out onto the main street. You start to notice that there is a loud commotion, but it's very, very far in the distance.
okay. Let's get back to the boat with the trunk first.
Got it.
And it's stealth would be good.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. I'll roll one for Sven.
That's a botch, ain't it, Jack? That's a big old
It's
botch
all right.
from Jackie.
The one thing my plus 12 won't fix.
You guys are causing a ruckus moving through
Oh
this
my
thing with this massive chest. You
God.
knock into so many people. There's irritated people in your wake, but nobody stops you. You guys get to the dock, and then you accidentally slam into a blackjack's back. Oi! Watch where you're going, stupid penguins. And he turns around and continues to ignore you.
Joey uncharacteristically keeps entirely silent and then just keeps going.
Sven is wide-eyed, like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And you realize that your boat has proceeded a bit further than you anticipated. And then you hop back onto the boat. Henry immediately comes out and says, "What on earth have you brought?"
Oh, it's a present for everyone. It's a really cool trunk. And then when you stand inside, I don't know, but I think time stops or something. We should try it.
We should not try it. Who did you buy that from?
Just some random old turtle man. He seemed very trustworthy, though.
Yo, Henry, stop being such a stick in the mud, man. Tick comes over to you and wraps on the trunk, and then Talk goes from behind. Ha! Cool trunk.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate the support. Thanks,
Both of them at
Henry.
the same time. What's inside?
I don't know. Do you guys want to test it?
Yeah.
Cool. Can we go like out of sight of like the shore?
Yeah. You cannot.
You're going along the shoreline.
I mean, like, is there an indoor area of the boat?
You can go into the colony if you'd like to go inside, back to the
Yeah,
jungle.
we can go into the colony.
Okay, great. You guys leave all of the sounds behind
Cool.
and end up within the illusory forest inside the colony. The door slams behind you.
Hi, Forest. We're gonna do a little experiment here, but it'll be friendly.
No response from the forest.
Cool. I'm excited too. And then Joey's gonna brush the dust off the top of the trunk and open it.
And as you do, hold on. You flick the lid on the chest. Then there is another buckle that you undo. And then there's a final latch that you click all the way. It seems to click like a safe would. And then very carefully, you and Sven approach either side, open the chest, and a figure sits straight up. And we cut back outside.
Oh my God,
I knew
Absolute.
it. I knew there was gonna be someone in there.
Oh my
The man.
God.
Why else would it be? It's the second time
Uh,
that Joey has done this.
All of you,
Oh my
Zygo,
God.
Nesbit,
Fuck.
Zaza, and Kano are quickly hustling as the massive influx of
Sure.
guards and rampaging crowd members. People are getting arrested a couple hundred feet behind you after you have said your heartfelt goodbye to Yaya, and you guys quickly hop off the dock back onto the ship. And Henry says, "Everyone, Joey has brought a large box on board.
No.
Mhm.
Oh. Oh, hug. All right.
I'm sure it's probably fine. She's a smart kid.
How much? How much?
Like a really cool high five. I don't like
Alright.
bets.
I will take a really good F5.
Zaza is like holding all of Yaya's clothes in her hands still and just like breathing very deeply, like whatever it is, we can figure it out, guys. Don't worry about it.
Make a quick investigation check for me, Zaza."
Okay.
Poor Zaza's had a day.
Zaza is living her best life, honestly. So it's a 3.
3. These vestments that you are holding are studded leather armor. However, they are very colorful and much more well made than yours. And there is sort of like a weird contraption on the back, but you can't figure out what it does or how to activate whatever it is. But it looks like there's something kind of built into it.
Oh shoot. Can I make a history check? Because she's my sister and she would have made it.
You can make
And
an
isn't
insight check.
Isn't it
True.
yours too?
Yeah,
I thought it was
canonically
yours.
they're your clothes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're my clothes.
You recognize the clothes, but she has modified them.
Yes,
big
yeah.
time.
Oh, okay. Wait, so what'd you say I could do what'd you say?
Insight check.
Okay.
It's gonna be a high DC. How well do you like
No.
this, sister?
A 6.
Yeah, she fucked up your clothes.
Oh shoot! What? I have to go to the bathroom, and she
Zaza.
goes to the bathroom because she wants to try this on. She wants to try these clothes on, but she doesn't know how to put them on.
All right, well, Zaza's in a place that is not the bathroom, and Joey has a trunk somewhere on the ship. So far, par for the course in terms of how today I expected today to go.
I'm gonna go, I think, clean up a bit. It looks like I was doing not great stuff.
But
I'm assuming I'm covered in like stuff. I was just fighting.
Yes. So, Oh, that's what's happening. 1 second. I had like a little cutout.
I didn't like kill anyone though. I was just hitting the lizard. No,
Yeah, but there's still like some blood spatter and
Yeah.
a little bit of grime and a little bit of.
I actually think I am gonna go to the bathroom.
Once again, there is no bathroom on this ship. Super clear, there's no bathroom.
Gonna go to the bathing bucket. So if everyone could respect my privacy and leave me alone for a little.
So Zaza's definitely going to the forest when she says she's going to that.
I'll be completely honest with you. As soon as you are 30 feet away from me, you have complete privacy.
I trust you, Zygo.
It's not that I cannot see more than 30 territory away from me.
You're a good egg.
All right.
So I guess Kano's gonna like just like kind of clean up and look a little less conspicuous.
Great. As you guys are about to go clean up and figure some stuff out inside, Tick and Talk emerge.
Holy shit.
Weirdly worked for them. Like both of them going.
That was
Whoa.
This is the spookiest episode we've ever done.
Yeah,
Halloween.
Just so you know, chat. There was a technical hiccup that happened before we started stream, so there may be some during the stream, and if we have to go on break, we will. It's probably why the music's been a little bit odd tonight, but
maybe we'll get another George.
That was
yeah. So we're gonna head on break, everyone. We'll see you in a second, okay?
Great, we're back. Gang, A planet's in retrograde and it's effing with Logic Pro, okay? I don't know what's happening.
God.
We think something is fixed. Something was working a way in which it never has before, and now perhaps we have got it fixed. So let's start layering in. We're inside the boat now, is that correct? We're moving inside the boat to investigate what's been going on?
Maybe you were about to
Wherever
say
the
something
two
that the zebras said.
bathrooms are.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the
the
two
two
zebras.
zebras.
The zebras just came out.
We're still good. Just checking. Everybody, we're
So
still good.
great.
So good.
I'm going to put some music in and let's pray. How we doing so far?
Sounds so
We love
good.
We're
it. And we
still
love this
doing good?
music.
So
Yeah.
good.
Solid. Okay. Tick and Talk have opened the door up and kind of ushered all of you inside. I think we have like a problem.
Or no, is there a queue for the bathroom?
No, there's a guy in that chest.
Zygo puts up his hand for a high five.
Kano, shocked for a second. I would like to roll a performance check to try to do like the
A
most
dope-ass
incredible
high
high five Zygo's ever seen.
Roll a performance check.
Like if she went to college, this was her party trick type of deal. You know? Like that kind of vibe. Okay. 6.
With you get his fingy tips. That's it.
I like try to do a beautiful build up and then maybe like kind of trip and fall. And
Was that is about right? There is a person in the box.
Joey and Sven are wide-eyed, staring at a long neck, robed figure, and turning around almost 180 degrees to look at you is an ostrich. In avian, Kano, you immediately hear, "Where am I? When is it?"
Nesbit just kind of like he gets back to the ship, sees that everything's crazy, and just all right. Kano, are you still here?
Are we all together staring at this ostrich in a box?
Yes.
Except for Zaza, right?
Yeah, it's
Except for
also-
Zaza, who was
Zaza's in the
outside.
bathroom.
Kano, what did they say?
He asked where he was and when it was. What does this box do, Joey?
I don't know, something about like freezing time or something. I thought it was cool. I didn't know there was
Okay.
gonna be a person inside of it.
Why is it here?
A man gave it to me for money.
So you bought a box and brought it on the ship. Just start with the basics, you know? Good to start with facts. Okay.
But we like all the time stuff, and this felt like a cool time thing, and I just didn't think there was gonna be somebody inside of it.
That's fair. I often don't expect people to be in stuff. And she'll kind of like look over to Sven because Sven doesn't know that he was in a trunk for weeks because he woke up in a bed, but Joey does. And she'll turn her attention back to the bird and she'll respond in avian she'll say the year, and then I want to ask when and where are you from?
The year.
He
Not
asked
even-
when it was. I don't know. I'll say the date, whatever.
Yeah, I was given a wide berth.
40 years.
I mean,
Ostrich.
damn, an avian.
That's clear in any language, baby.
He grips either side of the chest and stands up to his full 7 feet. And cracks his whole long neck.
Oh my god.
Can I make an insight check on him to see if he looks like aggressive or like mad or angry or anything?
Roll a medicine check.
So I said insight for a reason. I will roll a medicine check, George, but 15?
He is bloodied.
Oh, okay. But that's half, so he's fine. Right. Canna will offer him help out of the box. She's not gonna.
He kind of hesitantly takes your hand, both your feather hands. He steps out of the box, which he was clearly crammed into. The inside of the box is blood red. Not from blood, but from like a paint job. It's like really aggressively bright red.
She's like, how are you feeling?
Tired. I'm tired.
Do you only speak avian? Name?
He doesn't answer you. He just stares at you.
That's fine. Kano's gonna try to non-magically, because she does not know this bird from Adam, non-magically kind of patch him up a little bit just to help.
Roll a quick persuasion check.
All right. Persuasion's actually not horrible. 16?
He lets you patch him up a little bit. He gently extends a wing, which you see has a massive laceration on it that looks fresh.
Ooh, okay. As she's patching him up, Canna will kind of slowly go into a where they are thing. So in avian, she will say, so right now we're at, what's the name of this little hinky dink?
The Amica Docks.
So we're at the Amica Docks right now. Just kind of acquired this box. She's a kid. She's still kind of learning. So I think some guy, I don't really know.
What's all this then, if we're at the Amica Docks?
Oh, that's kind of a long story. Big into interior decorating.
He says magic to you?
Can I roll an insight check now?
Yeah.
Can I roll a history? How long has magic been outlawed?
Go ahead.
Yeah, how long has magic
Can I
been
roll
out?
that? Is that a history check or do I just know that?
History check.
We know.
The Inquisition. Roll a quick history check. I'll give you a more specific answer.
11.
It definitely happened less than 40 years ago.
Okay.
Because Kano was around before
It was.
it started. You were probably young when it started, but
Yeah.
I botched my insight, so
you botched it.
yeah.
You can't get a read on him. He's just
Yeah.
peering. He's just trying to take in as much information as you can. So he's not really like giving anything out.
Yeah. Okay. But I know 40 years would have been so, because I am that, and yes, so Cano will just say yeah. But good call.
It was
Dave.
definitely more
Yeah.
than 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
He looks around, kind of like takes a couple steps a little closer to like the edge of that illusory forest and peers into it, seeing the infinite forest that lays out before him. But we're inside, as he looks down at the planked wood underneath his feet.
Wait, this is not mother stuff, right?
This is not mother stuff.
It's not mother stuff. Okay, great.
Mm-mm.
So Canna will say, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how this works. It's not my magic. My magic's that of the mother.
Powerful illusion magic, he says.
Mm-hmm.
I sense some divination as well.
This might be from me. I'm kind of connected to the mother.
No, it's the forest.
Yeah, they'll. If you want to ask them anything, it can respond. You'll find that out anyway.
He looks at you as you say that and shakes his head quickly and backs away from the forest.
I know. It takes a bit of getting used to. That's for sure.
He whistles at you again, saying, "Thank you for tending to my wounds. Where is the exit?"
Kana will gesture there. Is there any place in particular you're trying to go? A lot has changed in the last 40 years.
He drops 10 crowns on the ground. When you pick them up, they are different than the crowns you were holding. They've got like a different image of the queen. And he goes out the door. And the door
Are we just going to let this man leave?
No, Kana wants to prevent him from leaving because she knows a lot is different, and she doesn't think that's
how do you go about stopping him?
I am very strong. And
You're gonna grab him?
I'm gonna say, hold on, wait. There's a lot you should know before leaving. Please don't go yet. Let me.
Are you guys speaking in avian?
Yeah.
You go to grab him, and he says, he turns around as you grab him, doesn't pull away, but he says, I'm indebted to you for patching me up, but if you grab me again, I will put you on the ground.
I'm not trying to hurt you at all. There's a lot that's happened in the last 40 years. It's not safe for a lot of people. I would like to catch you up on what's going on, fellow avian to avian. I don't want anything bad to happen.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I help her?
You would
How
see
would you
that
help
do
her?
you have guidance?
I changed it out for resistance, but I mean, I like big eyes and like nodding along with her and like stay.
You don't speak avian, do
Yeah,
you?
we haven't heard any
No,
part of
so
this
I'm-
But
conversation.
she would see him go
I
to
would see
leave
him
and
trying
she
to
would see
leave.
me stop.
So what is Joey doing then if she can't understand what's going on?
I think I see Kano try to stop him and he's trying to leave. And then I'm like, yeah, stay. Or I'm just
Okay.
trying to like make it seem positive and safe.
Go ahead and roll that persuasion check with advantage, Kano. It's going to be a high DC.
Okay, I have a not horrible persuasion, which is like it's good. It's one of my better ones, so I am so curious. 24.
Nice.
He fully stops. Go ahead. What?
Okay, so about 30 odd years ago, Queen Olivia and her Inquisition went throughout the land and started incarcerating magicians. They've been doing so for decades. Magic's now illegal. And they've been taking magicians and controlling them to do their dirty work, basically. Only one religion is allowed now. Anyone practicing anyone else is killed, brainwashed, taken in, disposed of, whatever you like. Everywhere's dangerous right now. There's a high presence of blackjacks, the agents of the Queen here currently. Where we are, we're kind of in a line just trying to get through. I don't know where you're going, but we're going to be going through the Delta, kind of across country. Everything's basically in the scatter right now, which I'm assuming is Emporian for shitter.
The scat pot.
Mm-hmm. And Kenna will kind of continue to give more of that information of just like, look, it's not great. This is what's going on. Like, she'll just be giving kind of an unbiased, like historical, like it's been really kind of tough for anyone that doesn't fit into that little niche.
He listens to all of this, takes it all in. Can you bring me to the red spine?
Can I roll another insight check?
Mm-hmm.
I botched again. That is nuts.
He is stone-faced.
Okay. Kenna, I'm just going with my gut on this. Honestly, you wouldn't deliver us a character in the box if we were just supposed to let him go right now, is how I think of it, and I'm really intrigued, so that's my reasoning. Like, yeah, we're passing through that way. Like we'll be passing through the northernmost part of the spine, right? That's where we're. I'll have to double check it with the captain, and she'll motion to Nesbit. And I'm Cano. Just so you know.
You just get like a nod. Roll a persuasion check again.
Nat 20.
Yes. So
He
good.
begrudgingly says, Ender.
There's a book about your game. I've never read.
Oh,
You didn't have to say it.
Go home.
Sorry. I am
you're
home,
drunk.
Gabe.
Go home, you're drunk.
Maybe I'll get a seltzer after the break. And she'll do the avian nice to meet you gesture, which is maybe like this. I don't know.
He does not return it, but gives you like a polite nod.
Kana will give a like, hold on a minute gesture and go over to the gang.
Go ahead. All right.
Is Zaza
Okay.
still in the bathroom?
Zaza, you put these clothes on.
Woo!
You look awesome.
Hell yeah.
Here is what this does as you don it. First of all, you notice that under your armpits, there are two little like strings attached to like a little knob
What?
that are dangling down from like the shoulder straps of this thing.
Okay. Zaza like tries to look behind her. See if there's something.
Nothing
wanna-
that you can see.
Oh God. Okay. She tugs on him.
A massive rainbow-colored fin explodes out of the back, like it sort of like moves with your hyena crest, and like keeps that crest going all the way down your back to the point where you look like a giant sailfish, like
Whoa.
with just this massive thing on your back.
Whoa.
What this is going to do is it's going to give you advantage on all performance checks, and it is a regular piece of studded armor. It is not attuned and is not magical. It is all mechanical.
Fun.
So it gives me. You just said advantage on all performance checks.
Correct.
Okay, so Zaza feels like $1 million right now.
Absolutely. She looks awesome.
This is great. Okay, so she's gonna be like, this is my time. Like this is my time, and hop back to the rest of the gang and just do like the dopest like yeah type of move.
You scare everyone in there, including the ostrich, as you
Oh.
bust in, and he looks very sharply at you and backs up a few steps and like readies his hands. Everybody make a quick insight check.
18.
I botched again? What is happening?
16.
Get him out.
Funny.
Get him out.
I
Get him out.
cannot read this bird.
Dirty 20.
him.
Nesbit, it's an aggressive stance for a moment. He's clearly about to cast something, and then as nobody else reacts, he drops the stance.
Oh, no one else reacted to how cool I look.
No, but nobody else reacts
Oh.
aggressively.
Violently.
We're not trying
No,
to kill you or anything.
He reads the room and puts down the weapon, so to speak.
Okay. and does Zaza notice this?
Roll an insight check.
Well, there's an ostrich in the room.
Well, I know that, but like that he's about to try and hurt me. No, a 9.
No,
Uh,
you just looked like you spooked him.
George, with that 20, do I notice like what weapon?
Just
like-
his hands.
Oh, just his hands. Okay. So he has like no weapon on him. With it.
But he drops the weapon in meaning he,
Yeah, he-
doesn't go to spellcast.
He unscarlet
okay.
witches his hands.
Did I notice that it was a spell to be cast, not a?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And Zaza's like, ta! Guys, look at how cool Yaga's uniform looks on me. Isn't that awesome? Oh, whoa. Hello. I assume I'm amongst friends. And like extends a hand to the ostrich.
He ignores you because he doesn't understand a thing you just said,
Okay.
and turns to Kano. I'm going to go outside and get some air. And he goes outside.
That's fine. See you later.
Okay,
Okay.
why was he in a box?
Do you want to explain to us anything that is going on right now?
So, don't know the why and where and when. No, don't know the why and where. He's been in that box for 40 years. I caught him up to speed on what's going on. Basically, he's trying to get to the Red Spine. He seems like a very kind of guarded figure, and he can only speak avian.
I would assume he did not tell you why he wants to go to the Red Spine.
No, it was kind of very short answers, and I didn't want to push him. I would be frantic too if I'd been in a box for 40 years and just got out all bloodied.
Sure.
Yeah, I can try to talk to him a little more to see what's going on. Nesbit, I wanted to check with you if that's... He asked if he could get a ride to the Red Spine. I don't know. He seemed a little crestfallen or like, okay, when I told him that magic was illegal now.
Sorry, George, how old does the ostrich appear to be, age-wise?
Probably in his 50s.
So he was just a young boy when he was put in that box?
I don't think so. Joey, what did you say this box did?
Well, I think the box freezes time. So
Oh.
that's possibly why it's possibly why he was still bloody, is because he may have just been placed in the box at that time. But apparently to somebody in the box or whatever, it only feels like a second.
And who did you buy this from?
Just as like a little turtle guy. He was kind of
Oh.
blind. He had a staff.
Zaza here's Turtle Guy, and she wants to do a history check.
Go ahead.
And you also hear kind of blind and has a staff.
So he was
Because
old.
of the turtle man that I talked with. Oh shoot, a 7.
No idea.
So he was older?
Very old.
Okay.
Like maybe, I don't know, like 105 or something like that.
Okay, so there's a possibility then maybe he's had this box for a very long time.
He said he wanted to get rid of it. He said he was getting too old to lug it around.
Okay.
He didn't tell me there was a person inside of it.
So he wanted you to open it.
Yes.
He knew you would open it. You're a kid, a curious kid who's selling a box to.
I'm not a kid. I'm almost a preteen.
But to him, you're a kid. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zygo, who is wearing a small cube around his neck that he knows has the ability to freeze time for himself momentarily, will go up to this box and try to, by means of comparison, see if, he's picking up on a similar... He'll cast Detect Magic. And see if he's picking up on any kind of a, this is the same kind of shit, I can get more understanding about what this box might be, etc., etc.
You pick up Chronomancy.
Cool.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Ooh, yeah, baby. That is a 21.
The inside of this chest is inlaid with green gems that you recognize as green crystal from the Sisters' Caverns.
Hell yeah.
Which must be increasing the concentration or the duration of a time stop spell.
Damn. Okay. Cool. Yes, it seems to be exactly what you're saying. There is very powerful magic worked into this box, and that I do not know if the person who put the spell on it or enchanted it in the first place is still maintaining it, or if it is just sort of time helped by the crystals inside of it, but This is an incredibly powerful object that you have found, Joey.
Thanks.
I did not mean that as a good thing necessarily.
Thanks.
It's
What are
another
we-
thing we have to be very careful of. And
Yes,
now we get it.
Seems that we keep accumulating those things.
But think about, I don't know, the possibilities. Like if someone got hurt and then we couldn't fix them in time and we had to take them somewhere, we could just put them in there.
It could
Certainly.
absolutely be useful.
Yes,
Sure.
it is not without merit, certainly.
But we have to be careful of it. Nisbet, what do you think?
Do you trust him, Keanu?
I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm extremely intrigued. I wonder if he knows something, maybe about how all this started, that might be of some use.
Well, with every person that comes aboard is another burden. But this is not the first that we've shepherded that was cursed by time. You know that I trust your gut on this, seeing as you're the only one who can truly communicate.
George,
Yes.
did you have something else you wanted to say, Dylan?
No, it was just more just like, yes, and then Nesbit will just look at Joey.
George, can I roll a history check to see if I would know of any area or any whatever that would be made of like was that a part of like the Crested Cliffs? I don't know, of like any kind of avian communities that only spoke avian.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I don't get anything with history, but I know that that wouldn't be any other check unless it was religion. Could it be a religion check?
It could have to be history.
History. Okay, had to ask.
Can I do an insight check on Nesbit?
18, that's good.
Oh,
18.
19? 18?
Oh, good.
18.
It's very unusual that he doesn't speak mammalian also.
Yeah.
It probably implies that he did not grow up in Emporia.
Ah,
Interesting.
interesting. Okay.
Oh my god, are there other places that Emporia?
Well, Emporia is just like this island. Like it's the continent.
Yeah.
It's a country.
Wow.
Joey's learning geography today.
I want
Would
to see what the
Zaza
world looks like.
would Zaza have any insight on that since she's from an island?
Definitely more avians on Masangu only speak avian than they do on Emporia. And that is because they come in from like across the sea after
Yeah.
long journeys, and they often, many avians who pass through are very tight-lipped about what lies away from Emporia.
Can he?
Horrifying things,
Can
primarily.
he fly?
He cannot.
Yeah.
It's an
Okay.
ostrich.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta be sure.
With those questions, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take a break right now, but we will be back in just like 5 or 6 minutes, so don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back, everybody, all right? Stick around.
I set upon the ship at dawn. I wouldn't dare be late. Abilities were checked to see
And we are back, resuming our conversation within the confines of the colony. Continue, everyone, please.
I just want to, before we go any further, I just
Yes.
want this is on Natasha reminding me, thank you. I just want to, a text from George today at 8 a.m. Hey, squad, tonight is mostly going to be a housekeeping episode.
Get your shopping ready.
So never listen to your fucking DM unless it's actually canon. Okay, we can keep going.
Too many hours passed in between that text.
And when George had his ostrich box
I was
shower
like,
idea.
ooh, whatever. Yeah, sorry.
Hilarious.
Could
So
I
funny.
do an insight check on Nesbit? I think Jackie knows what's up, but I don't know if Joey does.
Go ahead.
13?
Nesbit, are you covering what you're feeling?
No. Nesbit looked at Joey, and Joey has seen Nesbit look at her like this before, and it usually means we're gonna talk. And you're probably not gonna like what I say, but Nesbit doesn't give a shit. Like he's done this before, and he has no. He doesn't care about subterfuge. He's not like, ooh. He's like,
Oh, God. Joey gives him like a solemn nod.
Alright, so are we just supposed to keep him on the ship for the time being? Does it seem like he would be a problem to have here?
I think he's being very careful and very cautious, which I totally understand. My goal, or what I would like, is to talk to him more, maybe learn a little bit more about him. And if it ever, comes to, where we learn something a bit concerning, we can always, ask him to leave. And if not, I think that will be an okay problem for us to handle. I don't know why, but I'm not worried.
I've seen birds like him around the island. Just get a couple drinks in their system and they'll be talking. You
Sorry,
just have to be hospitable. That's what hospitality. Have we lost that? And she's like in full island mode, like trying to plan, like, okay, what should I make this bird?
Well, as we bring on more, we should talk about once again who we are offloading. Nesbit, I know you had discussed trying to find a place where we could get rid of find a new home for the frogs.
yes. Yes, if we can. In many ways, actually, they would have priority over this new comer.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see there was like a swamp thing or something?
The delta right around there, it would be further than where the ostrich is going. Sven?
Sven?
He goes up to Nesbit.
Yeah. Hey.
He points at all the frogs.
Mm-hmm. You... Oh, Sven.
Hmm?
I didn't even think of that. What swamp have you seen?
Roll an insight check to see if you can understand what Sven means.
Insight?
Mhm.
16.
He means like back home.
Back home. And
Which
like
would imply Bovington.
I would know that there's a swamp near Bovington, right? We did say that, right?
There is a swamp somewhat near Bovington.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a hike, but he clearly knows the swamp that he's thinking of.
Okay, yeah, that's all that I need to know. Nesbit's just going to like, very excitedly just hug Sven. Sven, sometimes I forget what a blessing you are. Don't let me forget again. And then Nesbit will just turn. We're fine. Sven is a genius and is, going to, provide a door for the frogs.
He looks around for his paints.
I mean, On your own time, Sven. You don't have to rush. But, you know, make sure it's a good painting, and we'll tell the frogs. But sooner. But I just mean, just don't rush.
It's a good idea, Sven. I was thinking.
Joey gives Sven a high five. We're proud of you.
Yes, very well done, Sven.
We got a Sven hype train going.
Nesbit is just. I'll just look around and just say, "All right, I trust Kano. I trust you all. And so, if we are to have a new passenger, we shall welcome them and learn what we can. I'm gonna pick an apple from one of our like magic apples, and I'll just say thank you, Kano. Again. Nesbit will walk outside with the apple.
It is, Zygo will follow Nesbit after saying one more thing. It is clear that that man is at least aware of magic, if not somewhat capable. But we do not know the extent to which. So, just everyone be more aware than you think you would need to be otherwise, yes? Go with Nesbit.
Yeah, and when we get out, do we see... we didn't learn his name yet from Kano, but...
No.
See the ostrich?
You do, and you also see Henry is sort of cautiously talking to him, like, I don't understand what you're saying. Who are you?
Stand down, Henry.
Who is this?
Henry. Let's be... He's a passenger.
If I'm going to be manning the boat, you might as well tell me who's coming aboard.
Henry, just so you know, I'm just as angry about that as you, but it's not his fault.
All right, I'm going up to the helm. The ostrich stares angrily at Henry, who has been clearly yelling at him, watches him, and then turns his head away and looks up at the sky.
I'll just move forward into his view. Just no words, just offer an apple.
Roll a persuasion check.
Stick of the hero, baby! 8.
He turns away from you and walks to the front of the ship.
Nesbit, in some ways, offended, will walk towards him, put the apple next to him, and just walk away.
Okay.
George, I have a question.
Yeah.
If fish are people in this world,
Some fish are people.
so do we eat fish? Or is that a...
So fish like salmon and trout and stuff like that are still like eaten creatures. When you start getting to like whales, swordfish, more like evolved kinds of fish, you start getting into a realm of like they could be people or they could be creatures. The ocean, the way the ocean evolved and developed is a little different than how things developed on land. Crustaceans, there are sharks, for example, are sort of bordering on people and creatures.
like Neanderthal?
Exactly.
That's cool. Do they
Sharks,
walk?
sharks don't really have a culture, but they are capable of reason.
What the heck?
Cool.
Okay.
That's fucking cool.
Well,
Like, are they underwater or can they like walk?
They're underwater. They do not walk. most Gillish people that are like fish evolved have fins for tails. When you start getting into like the walrus territory, who technically is a mammal but is also Gillish, like depending, like they're sort of like a combo of the two. Those people can sort of walk on land despite having more flipperish legs, and some can't. Some are like much more developed for the sea and have to travel by wheelchair or by some kind of like mobile transportation device on land.
Whoa, that's so cool, George.
So Zaza wants to fish and she wants to cook some dinner. She has rope in her pack? Can she make that into a net?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Can
I stand around Joey for like a boost or something, or is that not?
Joey can help you.
Yeah. So this is another like teaching mode. Joey, let me show you something. So you see this rope here. We can catch a beautiful dinner if we're able to make this into a net. I haven't done it in a long time. You think you could help me?
Yeah, what do I have to do?
Okay. Well, you hold this end, I'll hold this end, and I'll start weaving it through. And do I have to roll, or does she roll?
I can see it and start picking it up.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's have Joey make an intelligence check.
Oh no.
Is that just my normal intelligence modifier?
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I've seen this on Alone, the reality show. They put like a string and then they weave it in and out, and then you just keep like tying it and weaving it in and out, in and out.
Not super high, 13.
Zaza, you're gonna have to roll it with advantage.
With an intelligence.
No. You're gonna roll a
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand with advantage.
With
I
advantage.
didn't learn it.
Okay, so I got an 8 for. Oh shoot, a 12, and then can I do a luck point?
Sure.
Oh gosh, please. No, and I botched.
Well, you
No.
still get to take the highest result, which is a 12.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a sort of net.
Duh.
Okay, great. And so then all we have to do is tie it up next to on the boat and cast it into the water, and then we wait for fish to get
Make a
into the
survival check.
Okay.
And the DC is going to be corresponding to how good your net is.
Yay.
Oh, man.
Okay, so 21.
Nice.
You catch several trout.
Yay! Yay, this is awesome.
He was 20 with that.
Wow.
With the poor net.
Fuck yeah.
So
Joey,
even with your
wow.
pretty ramshackle net, you catch like 6 or 7 trout.
6 or 7. Oh my
Joey's
God.
so inspired by this, she vows to learn how to make a net. So
Wait,
cool.
so this is great. Okay, so then, okay, Joey, this is not the fun part. Now we have to clean the fish. Have you ever done that before?
Like with like soap.
No. This is, and she pulls out, what does she pull out? Does she have a dagger? No. I think
Joey has
she's
plenty of
just gonna
daggers.
use her hyena claw. That's how freaking, yeah.
Joey is happy to offer up one of her non-fancy daggers,
Oh, okay.
not knowing what's about to happen.
She's gonna give a trout to Joey. She gets a trout, and Zaza bites off the head. Straight up. Okay. She spits it out into the water.
What?
Circle of life. And she goes in with her claw. She goes down the middle, fillets it, scoops, throws into the water.
Sven
pulls out
pukes.
Huh?
Sven pukes.
Sven pukes over the side of the boat.
And then she like quickly, like, I guess, do I have to roll to see how well she debones this fish?
Make a survival check.
Okay.
Joey
Oh
is
my-
standing frozen.
You could get hurt if you don't debone it very well. It's an 11.
Okay.
Okay, she debones it, and then she uses a claw and takes off the rest of the skin, and then she has 2 little fillets in her hand.
All right.
Ta-da!
Joey throws the fish she's holding over the water
Oh,
and
no!
promptly runs to the other side of the ship.
Shoot.
I'm assuming Joey has mainly only eaten bugs and not like a living creature. And if she has eaten a living creature, it's not been one that she's helped kill.
Dang it. Okay, Zaza has 2 fillets in her hand. She...
Sven looks at you really quick as you hold the 2 pieces of fish in your hand.
Yeah. You want to cook some fish with me? No!
The side of the boat.
Okay. Well, she uses like her pouch and she puts it in very clean, puts the fish in there very clean, and she cleans the rest of the fish.
Okay, make another survival check.
Another survival, okay.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. An 8?
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh gosh. Am I being just such a wild animal? Another 8?
All right. You got 2 fish.
I got 2 fish for us, okay? But that means 4 fillets.
Yeah.
That's great. That's enough. I don't think Joey will be eating any.
You go to cook it. You get it over like a little bit of like a fire that you start in like a little small container. You
Yeah.
hear it sizzle. Make another survival check for me for cooking it.
Okay. Oh no, why am I rolling so poorly? 9?
Okay.
I'm gonna use a luck point on that. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my
Another
god.
survival.
We've
Okay, so
used
that's
2
that's-
luck points in the fish cooking.
This is important. I've never done this before. 17.
Okay. You cook the fish all the way through.
Ah, see? We don't need anyone to die.
Salmonella on this boat.
Great. Okay, and then she runs to the forest and she has this beautiful plate of grilled fish.
Are you trying to give it to the ostrich?
Yes, but I'm getting some garnishes first.
Oh, okay. So go ahead
I
and
want to make
make
it look
She's
beautiful.
plating
go ahead
it.
and make another survival check.
Another survival?
You
Okay.
gotta get the right stuff.
Okay, a 16.
Okay, you get some nice garnish and you sprinkle it all over a little plate. Looks kind of pretty.
Beautiful. And is there like edible flowers on it? I'm choosing edible flowers.
Some edible flowers. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. And then I like kind of put them in the shape of the Masangu flag.
Got it.
Okay. And then I make sure that my little my mohawk is up and ready.
Got it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And so then I approach the ostrich. Is his name Bender or Ender?
You do
And-
not know his name.
Yeah, you would not know his name.
Okay. So I approach him. For the
Make-
weary traveler.
Can't speak this language.
And,
Make a
and she
persuasion
bowed.
check. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Wait, no, but I'm performing.
You're not performing.
Oh no. Okay, so an 11 is my first one.
Oh my God.
Oh no, and then a 7 is my second.
He looks at the fish for a second and just like takes 2 feathered fingers and pulls out like a bone, another bone, another bone, and he just turns away from you.
Wow. That is very mean. Zaza does not take that well. She was trying to be hospitable. Huh. What does she do? She puts down the plate very slowly. She puts her hands on her hips. And she tries to invite him to do the Masangu dance with her. So she does like a little tap dance and puts out her hand.
Happening.
This is something that they do at dinner all the time. Okay?
Roll an insight check.
Oh my God.
Okay. I got a nat 20.
has-
Nice.
He has no idea what you are doing. He is baffled.
This is like my hula dance and dinner. I'm like
But
doing
you
the dance.
understand that
Huh?
that must mean he is not from Masangu.
Okay. And he's never vacationed there.
Never.
obviously.
He has no idea what is happening. You just gave him a bony fish with a giant colorful fin exploding on your back,
Oh no.
and then started to do like a dance,
Uh-huh.
and he is just like uncomfortable.
Okay. So then with that, she does the most humble of the dance moves where you like bow and you put your hands out and you just walk away really slowly. But it's a performance. Okay.
His beak drops open.
Was all of this just so you can roll a
my
performance check?
But did he like it? Does that mean
Roll a performance check with advantage.
Oh my
Crazy
God.
person.
Oh my lord.
Oh my God.
Yep.
No. Okay. 16.
You do a pretty good dance. You're like, that was like one of the better times you've done it.
Oh man.
He is just as baffled,
Oh. Okay.
Can Cano come
regardless
up
of your
to him?
skill.
Now, I don't know if anyone else wanted to do anything first.
Like an hour ago, probably before the fish happened, just when Zygo had come up onto the deck, I still had detect magic popped. I just want to see if I radiated anything off of anything on his person. If he has any items that would have picked up from detect magic or anything like that.
Ooh, good shit, dude.
You catch a magic focus in his pocket.
Got you. Like an arcane focus kind of thing?
Some kind of an arcane focus.
Cool. But nothing else on him?
Nope.
Great. That's it.
You're not sure what it is. It's like in his pocket.
Yeah. Just that magic exists there. Cool.
Before.
Sorry, final thing.
Go
Sorry.
for it.
While it's popped, Zygo will just sort of walk the bow of the ship because we've been at a place where you could get off of the ship and make sure that there's no illusion magic popping on any member of the crew or anything that they might be wearing or anything of that nature.
There is not.
Great. That's it.
Great.
Before Cano leaves to go talk to the ostrich again, Cano will turn to Joey and say, "By the way, you feeling all right? You feeling okay?"
Yeah, I kind of wasn't expecting there to be an ostrich in the box.
That would be weird if you were expecting it. But
I
yeah,
feel
I just
like
wanted
that could have been like a bad thing that I did, but it's not. Like it seems like it's okay, but like maybe it could have been bad.
it seems okay for now, and I don't want you to think that, I inherently don't trust you or anything, because I know you're a smart kid. And I know that you do have the capability of making good decisions. But yeah, don't be, use your noggin. You've got a good one.
Do you think I didn't?
No, I mean, hey, when I was...
Joey, just to give you some context, the last conversation you had with Cano, you stormed away from her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a little bit more of a vulnerable thing than she even meant it. Like there's a little bit of vulnerability behind it.
Yeah, because the last time it was like you seemed like very upset, and so I was just...
But it was because I thought you were rejecting me.
Yeah.
As your pseudo daughter.
Yes.
Do you not think I'm smart?
I literally just said you have a good head on your shoulders, kid.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I don't apologize. It's okay to have little flits of doubt. But just remember and have trust in yourself first before anybody else.
I'm sorry about the other day too.
I was a nightmare at 12, I get it. Like, not saying you're a nightmare, but like, I understand. Like, I snapped out and made rash decisions that I, felt bad about later. It's
Past tense?
natural. Huh?
I'm not sure you grew out of that.
Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Very-
I'm kidding. Sorry. No, I just didn't want to lose all of my hopes at once.
The only way you'll lose me is if you tell me that you would like something different that I am not involved in. But other than that, you're stuck with me, kid.
Joey kind of looks up at Cano and kind of like pats her little beak and goes,
Ah.
I don't think I'd ever tell you that. And
I
then
could.
walks away.
Anna will like boop her nose and then run outside.
Meta, Jackie had completely forgotten all of that, and so thank you
Okay,
for the
I
reminder,
figured.
George.
It's the jet lag.
It's the jet lag.
Understandable.
Can Zaza eat her fish at least?
Yeah, go ahead and make a Constitution save.
Well, great.
Am I walking by her when she's eating it?
I have advantage on that. Okay.
Okay.
15.
15. You almost choke on a bone, and then make a deception check.
Oh. Okay. A 14, a strong 14.
You do not cover the fact that you start to choke.
Wrong.
You like cough loud and retch, and then pull a bone out of your throat and like throw it in the water, hoping nobody has seen. Everybody has seen.
Great.
You're right, Miss Jekyll.
Yes! As she eats more of the flowers.
All right, sorry, it looked like you were choking.
Are the flowers good for me since they're from the magical
Oh,
forest?
bandit. Go ahead and eat the flowers. Yeah,
I ate them?
they're good.
Oh. Okay.
They're edible.
Meh. And I think she goes for
And you
short
can
rest.
fly. No, I'm just kidding.
Can she go for a short rest though?
She sure can.
Okay.
Okay.
Kiana would like to go over to the ostrich to hopefully try to communicate a little more.
As you come up on his side, he in avian says to you, "What the salt is happening?" Please tell me. What has just happened to me? Over and over again are the two simultaneous craziest things that have ever happened to me.
What?
That anteater offered me an apple, I refused it, and then he put it at my feet and looked mad. And then that hyena, I can't even begin to describe what it is.
Oh, did she do a little dance thing?
Was it a dance?
Okay, yeah. So she's from Masangu. Have you heard of it? It's an island off the coast here.
No.
And I think once she maybe told me it might have been part of like parties or like she worked in the circus. Maybe that was a wreck. I can't really remember.
Who knows?
Not us. And
How long until we reach the red spine?
how would I know?
Make a survival check.
Okay. 14.
You know that it's probably without whatever this traffic jam is, between like 4 or 5 days.
So once we get out of this mess, like 5-ish days, maybe budget up to a week. I don't know, barring anything happening. But like
Where am I staying?
the captain was probably just I could tell you, I know him very well. He was just offering you sustenance because you look like you've had a bit of a scrap. No
Make a
offense.
persuasion check.
Okay. Oh no, I don't want to use that dice. I want to use this dice. Well, I botched, so
Sorry.
it's fine, Gabe. It's fine.
I'm gonna roll severity on this.
Come on.
Oh
Hannah.
no.
Hey, isn't it crazy that I've rolled 1 nat 20 and how many botches have I rolled? 4 or
I believe
5?
it's,
Uh-huh.
Seems a
Roll
little.
an insight check for me, Keno.
Okay. Let's try the computer. $19.
He does not trust you.
Mm.
He side eyes you a little bit, and then says to you, "On second thought, I think I'm going to walk."
Is the apple still there?
The apple is still there.
Channel will take the apple and eat the whole thing.
He watches you do that, shakes his head in confusion. "I appreciate you letting me out. It's time for me to go."
Mm.
Why are you what brought you to Emporia? Did you start here? Or was that not where you went into the box?
Ooh. He bristles at that. And he sharply in avian, with a sharp whistle, says, "That's none of your business.
Okay.
Goodbye." And he extends a hand to shake your hand. But he's
I
not
don't-
even looking at you in the eye.
If you're gonna shake my hand, you can look at me in the eye. I've helped you and put more trust in you than anyone should that's climbed out of a box bloody for 40 years, okay?
Is that an
Have a
intimidation
look.
check?
Whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
Roll an intimidation check.
I'm 40, I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah. You know.
19.
Yes.
Let's see. He stares back at you with a 19 of his own.
Oh my
Just let it
Vibes,
be,
honestly.
George.
There's like a heated eye contact between you two. It's gonna go one of two ways.
Okay.
Either actually one of three ways.
Okay. One,
Either-
we make out.
We kiss,
That's-
yeah.
That is one is you both realize maybe there's like a spark here.
Oh my
Are you
god.
serious?
Two is you full start fighting.
Okay.
Oh.
Three is he leaves in silence. I'm gonna roll a d4 right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What is Kano feeling? What of those three? Are you expecting him to leave? Are you expecting to fight? Or are you expecting him to like is there gonna be like a ooh? What
I know
moment?
my worth, but
Oh.
Yes.
I'm so intrigued. I'm like a little annoyed. I want more information out of this creature. I'm not actively trying to go into a fight or anything. I know I can kick ass. But I'm not like actively trying to seek out violence. But it will be like disappointment if he leaves type of deal. Like, okay, you're one of those. I don't know what that means.
His hands come out of his pockets. Roll an insight check.
Okay. Don't know that.
I hope he's in love.
14.
He's holding a wand in his hand, and he looks like he is in a stance that suggests if you don't move, I'm going to move you. And he says, and he looks you in the eye, withdraw in his hand, and says, "Goodbye."
Buddy,
And then he,
there's a lot of people.
oh, it's great. He doesn't know that shit. He looks around, sees the Emporian soldiers all around, remembers what you've said, and hesitates, and the wand like disappears up his sleeve. He walks around you and steps off the boat.
No.
No.
You're welcome again. Can I say you're welcome as he's leaving?
He does not acknowledge you and continues down the dock.
Wait, quick question. If
Mhm.
am I anywhere nearby? Probably, right? Because I was on the dock.
Mm-hmm.
Could I cast just a quick detect thoughts, or would that be like a visible thing? I mean, it's 'cause they
shit.
won't
It is
know,
a visible thing.
or is it too visible?
What if you're in
Roll-
the doorway looking at it?
Roll a
That's so
stealth check.
cool.
Don't botch this, Jackie.
Did you botch?
Gabe, I literally botched. You
You're
jinxed
fucking
me. I'm not.
kidding
I'm
me.
gonna show you guys.
Jackie,
I'm literally gonna
That's
show
funny.
you.
can't believe
But I
anything.
didn't cast it yet. Well, did I?
you did.
Oh
Uh,
no.
Jackie,
We believe
You
you,
have-
Jackie. You don't have to
you
show
have-
us that shit.
you have those whale luck points.
I need to use one right now.
Oh, that's
you
right.
need to use one now or it's going to be so bad.
Okay, I'm using a whale luck point.
We're literally stopped in the
You are
middle of a.
stopped in the middle of soldiers.
Can I be awake from my short rest?
You cannot.
Oh
You are
my
still in your
God.
short rest. So
The
I'm
hell?
sorry.
I'm using a whale luck point, everyone.
A short rest is a commitment to 30 minutes of inactivity. So this would be happening during that.
Okay, I'm using a whale lock point.
You have to.
I don't even understand this.
You're gonna nat 20, Jackie.
Nope, that was only a 15. Well, that's still though.
That is
Okay.
better than a botch.
A 15 is stealthy enough to.
I
do
rolled
what
a
you're trying to
3,
do.
you guys. I rolled a 3.
Better than a botch. That would have
Better
been.
than a botch.
15's basically what you needed. These guys all have a 13 to their passive perception.
Dang.
So you beat it by like 3. Or well, technically a
Jesus.
13 beat a 13 would have failed to their passive perception.
Yeah, so I beat it by 2.
So
By 2.
you beat it by 2.
Oh my god.
Um,
I couldn't have gotten a 13.
so in that case,
Literally,
the
if I
only
rolled
way you could have
anything
failed is
is
if
by
you botched.
botching.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. You cast Detect Thoughts. Is it a what's the saving throw he has to make?
I don't think there is a saving throw if I'm just casting it at the very first level. Like, I'm not probing. And I think once I probe, he knows.
Surface level thoughts, there is no save.
Yeah.
You just sort of get like basic, like,
Do you
what is
just
he
want
kind of
surface
feeling?
level?
Well, because he's gonna know if I cast something deeper than that, and I don't like as much as I want to know. I don't want him to know because I don't want him to get aggressive.
You sense anger, but not at you or the party. And you sense a thirst for vengeance. As he is walking away.
Damn.
And soon, he is away
Oh,
and off into the crowd.
Should have done that sooner. Maybe we could say something to make him stop. Say la vie.
Say la vie.
Sorry, botched so many times, you guys. I really tried.
I know that. I just botched the most major.
Mercury, man. It's all Mercury.
Mercury, man.
Me.
That was crazy. Gabe said, "Don't botch." And I said, "Don't say that, Gabe." And then I immediately botched.
Yeah, this is my fault.
I think it was my fault too. I'll
Nes-
take mutual blame.
I'll just go over to Kano.
Who looks like disappointed and very annoyed. This is probably maybe the most annoyed you've seen. Maybe. Joey's done some dumb stuff, but like this is probably.
I wouldn't blame yourself. I never was able to understand anything he said, but his first instinct was fight. He was always gonna leave, even if it took a couple extra days.
It's true. Point of being a bird if you can't even fly.
Whoa.
Oh
Whoa.
Yes.
Kano. Relax.
my god.
Like he comes out of a box and you try to help someone, you know what I mean? It's so stupid.
Yes, I understand you're angry, but dial it back.
Sorry. Right, that was unkind of me. Sometimes I need to let it out too. I'm only an animal.
All right, we're among friends.
Nesbit will look out after the ostrich. It's okay. Knowing us, for good or bad, we'll see him again.
And he owes us a debt. He admitted as much to me.
Well, it'll be up to you to make him pay it.
I mean, if if we run into him or something,
We will.
he won't immediately go to harm because he owes us a solid anyway. So hopefully that works out in our favor. I don't know.
Everybody make a quick perception check for me.
George, let me know when I can wake up.
Nat
and I'll
20.
do it.
You are good.
Oh.
You are good.
I'm
Zaza
nice.
can be back out on the deck now.
Okay, so I can make a perception check.
Yes, you can make that perception check.
11.
as
And
you
now
come out of
it's
the cabin.
my turn to bodge.
I botched too.
It's okay. This is,
21.
It's
this is a
okay.
pretty. It's a
I'm
low
at
stakes
20.
perception check.
Yeah.
Nesbit, you can inform the rest of the crew that it looks like you're probably about 20 minutes from whatever is causing this traffic jam. You can actually see boats getting let out and moving faster away.
Okay.
I would not.
I'll just go around informing the crew that get ready, get to the
Everybody
sails,
to
get
your
to
posts.
positions.
We'll be departing soon. Take care of any business you must.
And which way did the ostrich swim?
Curly, hurry up. Get back on the boat. I'm coming. I just had to get a whole bunch of snacks.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Curly.
How did you get sugared roaches?
He's got like 8 bags of sugar roaches, realizes he can't make the jump to the boat holding all of them. Throws them to try to get them on the boat. 4 of the 5 of them land in the river.
Oh,
Guff! Dalton! Guff! Don't my tail spot!
Oh.
And oops, as he realizes everybody can hear him. And then hops over the boat. I'm gonna make a quick little athletics check for him. That's a nat 2. His foot hits the side of the boat. He crashes into the floor, and sugar roaches go everywhere.
What a weird day.
It's okay, Carly.
Full crying.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. See, they're delicious.
I won 5 whole sugar roaches, and I only have 1/2 of one now.
Wait, hey. No, you don't. You actually got 2 more. And Joey hands him the 2 bags of sugar roaches that she has.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Jesus.
A 39.
Jesus
Sorry, 29.
Christ.
29, okay.
Oh my god.
29 is still
39.
29 is still nuts. He looks at you with wide eyes. I would die on any hill for you, little one.
Oh.
And he gives you a hug
Scarlet.
and just starts devouring sugar roaches.
Did Curly just imprint on Joey? Is that what happened just now?
Yes.
It was, Joey, it was the greatest, most selfless act of kindness he has ever witnessed.
Poor man.
Poor man.
Sweet Curly.
Sweet Curly.
Or boy?
Boy?
Man?
Yeah, ageless.
Boy? Hard to know.
Ageless thing.
He's never said.
We've never
Oh
asked.
gosh, do we have a child?
And no one has ever asked.
And we won't.
No, he should remain like someone whose age is hard to tell.
Yeah, amorphous lineage.
George,
Yeah.
I'm debating
I was gonna
doing
say like Willy
something
Wonka.
wild again.
What are you gonna do, you crazy person? What you gonna do, Zaza?
Zaza's a runner, and
She's a runner, she's a track star.
she did she see where this ostrich went, or
Yeah, you watched him. Well, no, but you could easily ask, and you could get pointed to where he went.
We are fully wanted in this city. We just ran away from a group of full-on thugs who were shooting at us.
Really?
And you're wearing a very identifiable outfit.
I don't know.
Of a person who should have thrown a fight and is now wanted by a gang.
damn it, she really, really wants to go.
I'm not saying don't. I'm just stating the facts of the situation.
She wants to cast clairvoyance and see if she can see exactly where this guy is. So she wants to look at the aerial view.
You want to cast a spell out on the deck?
Again, magic is bad.
Really hate that this ostrich left. This is really bothering me.
Can you go inside the boat and cast it?
Yeah, can I do that?
I don't. It might have to be a thing that you can see.
Can
Read
I
the spell for me?
What'd you say?
Oh, no.
You
You create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you,
you
within
can
a
go
mile.
inside the boat and cast a spell, and it's okay.
Great, I would like to do that.
Okay, now make a perception check with advantage.
Okay. with
And it can give you seeing or hearing, but not
Okay,
both.
24, and then the second one was a nat 20. Yes! Yes!
Oh, man.
Incredible. What an nat 20. We're not giving up on this ostrich.
No,
I don't know why.
It was too juicy.
because
right.
I'm sure we'll never see him again if he leaves now.
Hey, I am not good at moving on from things.
Zaza, you spot him.
Personal now.
yeah,
Second contact.
He is walking boldly through a crowd.
Huh?
People are moving out of the way because he's an imposing guy.
Covered in blood, right? Or did
He
it
is
fall up in
injured.
the water?
He is injured. People are looking at him strange as he's moving. Even one of the soldiers seems to you can't really hear, but moves to see if he's okay. And he just kind of shoulders him off and keeps moving. And then an Emporian soldier follows after him with a what the fuck kind of attitude, and he just turns around and stops and looks at the soldier, and the soldier backs off. And he continues further and further up till there's kind of a wooden staircase that leads on top of Amicadocks to where the grassy plains of Emporia begin, above ground, above the crevasse. He gets up there and starts walking out into wilderness, all by himself. And he walks, and he walks, and
Is he going the right way? I would love for him to be going the wrong way.
He is going towards the Red Spine. The mountain range lies out before him, and he is just heading right there.
Okay. So Zaza feels not compelled to chase after him then.
Zaza, make another perception check.
Okay. Okay, so a 19.
There's a ladybug that shoots past your little clairvoyance orb and spirals down to the deck of the colony with a purpose that a bug of that size and an intelligence that it should not have.
Okay. Can I do any sort of insight check on it? Deeper or
Make an Arcana check.
Is this something I know? Am I forgetting what this is? An 11?
You're not sure.
Okay, but I immediately want to tell Kano and Zygo and the whole rest of the group.
As you walk out to tell them, the ladybug lands on the deck.
Okay, can I catch it?
In fact, it jumps up into your hands.
Oh.
And as you do, a voice emanates from the ladybug. I hope you are well. Be cautious. I am sorry. I failed. He has escaped. I do not know what happened. His power increased tenfold. Caution. And the ladybug flies away after Madame Cassandra's voice has emanated from it.
Do we know anything about where Tash was from?
You don't. All you know is that the previous meteor site that all of you went into, not you, Kano,
Oh, right.
there was some magical remnant of him there.
Can I make just an off-the-cuff insight check to see if I can connect Tash and the ostrich in any way?
Yeah, go ahead.
$24.
Super different vibe.
Okay, great.
Probably not at all related.
Okay, great. I did not want that today. Not today,
No, yeah.
Satan. Yeah.
Totally different vibe.
Okay, cool.
Probably not related to the chest or anything. It probably took a long time for this ladybug to get here if Madame Cassandra is where she said she'd be, which is near Brickton. It's probably happened a few days ago.
Well, that's going to be a problem.
We are sitting ducks right now on this river. If we do not start moving soon, we are...
We'll be moving very soon.
All right.
And in fact, you all get up to the point where there are like a score of Emporian blackjacks keeping folks away from what looks like a slurry of clay that has narrowed the river extremely significantly to the point where larger ships are getting stuck in it, and soldiers are forced to wrap ropes around the boat and pull it through. You see the last one has to move in this fashion. There is sort of like an Impala who is wearing Emporian army uniforms. He is a blackjack, so he's not an inquisitor, but he does appear to be of higher rank. and he is directing people, and he says, "You there, prepare yourself to move forward."
Right.
"Aye, we shall." Henry holds up a hand, and then whispers to everybody as he's smiling to the guards, "Everybody hide everything magic, please. There's a detector up front."
Can Joey just go stand in the back?
Zag is going in the forest. Like at
That's
this,
so
yeah.
Joey.
Yeah.
When you walk inside, it's just a dark cabin.
Great.
And like 50 frogs are like,
Everyone just stay calm.
Where did the
We will-
forest go?
It will come back.
Disappeared.
Yeah, it will come back. Maybe. I did not know. But right now, everyone just be quiet, yes?
back out front. You guys move forward. Henry yells to you, "Captain Bisbee, would you like to take the helm?"
Sure.
Nesbit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make, this is going to be a vehicle's water check.
Okay.
You may add your proficiency.
Oh. What is
Just with this boat.
What
Any
is
other boat you get on, this
what
will
is
not
the
work.
check based off of though? Just proficiency or?
It is a... What would you associate with it?
Well, I just don't know what that check is technically. Like,
Let's see. It
Right.
might just be. It might not be.
I don't know if it ever.
I don't ever do that, so I just don't know.
Yeah, let's find out.
Is it just proficiency?
Let's see. I'm gonna find out right now for you.
Wait, do we know
George,
why
can
the
I also
forest-
take Sven into the cabin with me?
Sure.
Great.
Yeah, let's have us three not on.
Do we
Yeah.
know why the forest is gone?
It's any ability score at your discretion. So I'm gonna say for this one, it's gonna be wisdom based.
Okay.
Probably because
It's because it's
Natasha,
magic. and
because
they
it's
don't-
magic and we don't want magic to be
Oh.
happening.
Okay.
Okay, wisdom. Let's say 23. Yeah, 23.
You effortlessly move through the slurry, not requiring any of the soldiers to help you. Roll. You're not even gonna roll an insight check. Had you not made it,
Mhm.
they would have checked to see what was on board that was causing you to be too low,
Right.
because you saw soldiers departing off the deck. So the fact that you make it through this easily, all the soldiers are relieved, and you pass through unbothered.
Right.
Unbothered.
Unbothered.
Woo!
You leave the loud rabble of the Amicadocks behind you as you start to flow a little bit more quickly down the White Stain Delta.
Can Zaza whisper to Kano, like, with a kind of like a I'm on the same page as you. Like I don't fuck with this guy. He's going to the Red Spine, you know.
Yeah, no. I don't know why, but you saw him going that way?
Yes.
Thank you.
We can
Can-
make a pit stop.
I might need to go meditate, maybe that might help.
Can Zygo, while he's just in this, can he do some sort of like investigation check or something to see if any feathers or anything might have fallen off of this ostrich?
There may be
Within the
some-
chest, there are a couple.
He'll just take one and tuck it away into his bag for safekeeping.
We're just gonna use it as a writing utensil, right? No.
That's exactly what it's for.
I know what you're using for it.
Yeah.
gonna
just
make
in
a
case.
comic book. Yeah.
Just in case.
So, when you guys pass the Amicadocks, civilization drops away quite quickly. This is sort of barren land, not very farmable, so there's not much civilization. if there is anything you would like to do before night falls, let me know.
I would like to meditate and have some mama time. Just about this fucking ostrich, man. Kano is just like perplexed. She's confused. She is like 40 years ago. It was so different back then. Like the things he must know. What is this box? What is this ostrich? Why is it here? So many questions.
What would you like to do specifically? Would you like to pray and make a religion check and try to like find something out, or
Yeah, I guess that's really all I can
you're not
do.
casting a spell? Okay, go ahead and make a religion check.
I don't really have unless like command is gonna magically or like speak with animal. I have nothing. I literally have nothing. Yeah, I've got I have a channel to no, that's not what that is. Yeah, so I'll just roll a religion check and you tell me what happens. Nope, nothing, I guess. 7.
Yeah, you pray on it and meditate on it, and it's just a baffling situation. It seems really random.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anything they'd like to do?
Is there any... Sorry, one final thing. Is there any, like... You said the land was getting pretty barren. Are there any trees or things of that nature sort of on the shoreline or in the river or anything like that?
So as you move down the river, that crevasse that's on either side of you dips down slowly, and you're soon like at ocean level, or you're like at land level rather. You're not below. And there are like scarce trees, sort of like as if you were in like the middle of Wyoming and a massive field, and there's like just like one tree, 2 trees standing resolute and alone.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Joey definitely wants to examine the box now that it's open.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
2 Arcana.
You do not speak Scalic, right?
No. 15.
Very well made. Looks old, very old, and is definitely humming with exceptionally powerful magic.
Wait a second. Do I recognize it as being Scalic?
Yeah.
Joey's gonna go find Zyko. Zyko, you speak Scalic, right?
Yes, of course.
Wait, come here. I want to show you something. Joey brings Zygo over to the box and then points out the Scalic writing on it.
Can I, this is up to you with blind sight, can I read?
You can't see it, but you can feel it if you want to reach out and touch it.
Cool, yeah, I would do that.
Great. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
16. I'm gonna... do I want to wheel that? Is 16 too low?
We're about to go to bed.
It's my last one. I'm just wondering if I'll need to make a check after that. No, let's do it. I'm going to use my last wheel dice on this one just to be safe.
Nice.
22.
Hell yeah.
So good.
Okay. It's a sentence. You can tell right away. The sentence is... Sorry. The sentence is a sentence.
Okay.
And by the sentence is a sentence, I mean it is a punishment. A sentence.
Got you.
Oh.
It is a sentencing. Okay.
And
Or
it
you
says
tricky little girl.
40 years.
Okay.
This was an internment, Joey.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Can you explain that to me?
Whoever our ostrich friend was who was put in this box was put here for exactly as much time as it was supposed to be. This was a prison, more than it was anything else.
Does that mean that anything that goes in it will only work if it stays in it for 40 years? Or does that mean that we
Do I know
can't
that?
use it outside of this?
The carving itself is not magical.
Okay.
It's more of a decree.
Gotcha.
So the box does not necessarily work like that. It was just like the law. And the 40 years is denoted by, as you like, some smaller script written under it, which gives like an origin date and an end date. And the end date is actually a couple days prior to today.
So why did that man give it to me?
Joey, make a retroactive insight check at disadvantage.
It's gonna go really well.
You could get 2 nat 20s. You never know.
And a bunch.
Oh my
No idea.
God.
Unreal.
What a mystery.
A couple days prior, as in like it should have been opened a few days before we got it, right? If these dates are any indication, Joyce, and whoever had this box should have opened it and chose not to.
But why?
Well, how difficult was it for you to open this box? Was it a matter of capability or was it a matter of choice?
No, I just had to, flip a couple latches and then push the lid off.
Then whoever had it did not want it to be opened or did not want to be the person who opened it.
Joey, did he just give it to you?
Well, it cost a little bit of money, but
How much money?
like 50 crowns.
Roll a deception check.
That is remarkably cheap.
Oh my God.
Not 20.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, it beats me. I don't know. I don't understand it either.
I was like, my passive insight is 19. Good luck getting past that shit.
Just
Alrighty.
out of curiosity, if it were more expensive, would that have piqued any insight?
Well, it might have implied that whoever gave you this chest needed the money and was taking advantage of a situation.
Frankly, the fact that it was given to you for so cheap means that he must
that
have
obviously
really wanted it off of his hands. Yeah.
Cannot be it, right?
Right.
Another reason.
Right. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense.
Well, a mystery for another day, I suppose.
Indeed.
Joey has a lot to think about.
Joey, you hearing that? You got ripped off.
I know, Joey's upset.
I mean, this chest is certainly valuable, but this guy probably wasn't supposed to sell it.
He wasn't supposed to sell it with a person inside.
Do you say that out loud? Is that random sentence just said out into the ether?
I don't know, is it? I tried to say it in my head, but
Jet
I don't
lag,
know if
Jackie.
Joey is as tired as Jackie.
I think that's probably in Jackie's head. I think that's in
that's
Jackie's
so
voice.
funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh man, Joey's upset. Joey's kind of in a huff.
Anybody else want to do anything before night falls?
Go to the bathroom.
Not before night falls, no.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a quick dice. Stand by.
Is there anything we should have done?
Ooh, okay.
No, but dice is about
Wyoming
that.
is beautiful, by the way. It's definitely more than just like a
That it
tree.
is. That it is. I've been to Wyoming. It's gorgeous.
Fucking liar.
I'm talking about the wide swaths of open space.
Yeah.
What a great word.
Open
Swath.
spaces.
Okay, interesting.
That's never good.
Don't like this.
My favorite word from George.
All right. 1 second, y'all. Everybody make a perception check for me.
Side based?
Yes. Not necessarily, but I'm gonna give you something different if you get it.
19.
19?
11.
19 and I have dark vision.
21.
7, and I don't have dark vision.
29, but
21.
Okay. So nobody beat a 25 except Zygo.
Yeah.
right.
Zygo? Someone is watching you.
Oh.
You
I
feel
can just sense it.
You feel eyes on the back of your head.
Ugh.
Nobody else sees or feels anything.
Yeah. Are we all sort of out on the deck generally? People?
Yeah, wherever you would be
Yeah,
right
I would
before
be.
bed. Right before bed.
Zygo's going to Nesbit. Nesbit, we are not alone right now. I cannot tell you where or what it is, but I can feel something watching us.
All right. Is it magical?
Perhaps the fact that you cannot see it, I would have to imagine.
All right. And I'll just go around to the crew and just say, ready yourselves. Don't let your guard down. And then I guess, I don't know, I can't like remake it, so. And he didn't. I guess I'll ask, around
Could
where
I-
did you feel it? Yeah.
It's a long shot because it would be an after the fact to the check he already made. But because I've told him, could I give him guidance? A D4 could get him up to a 25.
I'm gonna tell you no,
Fair enough.
but I'm not gonna tell you what the solution is, Gabe. But you feel like there's a way from your 29 if you change something.
I
you
mean,
might
I
be
have.
able to glean more.
Yeah, I have another guess. Nesbit, do you have the four telescope on you?
Ooh.
Yes.
You might want to find Keno and see if you can use it. It might give you more than just our naked eye is able to
But
do.
it's attunement, right?
It is.
Yeah, are you
So-
not attuned to it at this point?
Well, I am, but I can't just go get Kano and it would take an
I
hour.
would
No,
also
I meant for the
save.
save.
Oh, the save, yeah.
A
I just
really
meant
long
to make that
telestar.
save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nesbit's just going to where should I point it?
I'm feeling. It's plains or it's sloping mountains.
Plains and red spine far in the distance.
Point it at the horizon, I guess, and see if there's anything you see.
All right. Nesbit's going to go over to Kano, with the telescope and just say, just stand by me for a moment.
Win the night.
And I will look at the
Wisdom save.
horizon. Wisdom saving throw. Plus 3 on that. Okay. That is. Sorry. So it's plus 3 from you, Kano? Okay. That is a 17.
17 success. You get 18 seconds of future sight. Nothing changes on the horizon.
Okay. If nothing changes on the horizon, I'll try again. I will turn behind us and
Do
look
it again?
behind us. Yeah,
Do another wisdom save.
I'm allowed to do that, right? I don't know exactly
Yes.
how this works.
I could also go take a little flight.
I have an idea if this doesn't work.
Okay, that is higher. It's a 22.
This time it's only 6 seconds
Okay.
from behind you and still nothing.
Okay. I can't.
You're
see
not
anything.
seeing anything else out there, though, right? Like nothing here.
Like there's nothing surrounding us.
Like no
okay.
soldiers or anything like that.
Apparently not.
Nothing.
No. So I see nothing.
Okay. Then Zygo's gonna cover bases here. As two things simultaneously. Zygo's going to pop detect magic,
Okay.
and as he does, he will illuminate his starry form,
There it
giving
is,
him
Gabe.
120 feet of blind sight.
So good.
Gabe, when your starry form activates,
Yeah.
you gain a little bit of insight. You go that same like void color, your scales change, Little pinpricks of light mimicking the stars cover your skin and move and undulate as if they're orbiting and rotating in space. And you get the inclination to look up.
Yeah.
And the stars that make up the sisters' constellation are shining twice as bright. Make an insight check.
22.
You have been marked for death.
What?
All right.
This is normally something Nesbit would be more attuned to. You are being hunted, and by something much more powerful than you.
Do you
Okay.
say this?
I'll say some version of that.
And Gabe, with a 22, you know it's because of your insult. All of your insult.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems that we have made enemies of powers beyond our control, and they have come to collect.
Are you being watched?
It's all of you, Gabe.
We all are.
Anybody who relinquished the Warlock pact.
You, me, Kenna.
And Kano is with you guys because she's been there for your saves.
Yeah.
Who's after us exactly?
So we're
I don't
all
have
marked.
dark vision.
We're all marked for.
It's the stars, you can see it.
Just,
I can see the stars.
yeah.
So we're all marked. Like, okay, never mind then.
So what does that mean for?
It means nothing in the long run. I feel like I might be the only one acting like it, but we've been hunted from the beginning. There are just two parties now. And that is why we move forward.
Yes, but this is the kind of predators that I do not think we have faced before.
I don't care anymore.
Alright.
George, question.
Mm-hmm.
Would my boat count as an object or a place?
Both.
Both? Okay, because it's for specific thing I want to do, which won't really help me, but just we'll see.
Okay.
That is a very specific wording.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's both.
Okay. And
Or
Nesbit
either.
Nesbit just kind of thinks to himself, this may do nothing, but I'm worried enough. And I'll just think to myself, Mother, shield us. And I'll place my hand on the boat and cast non-detection.
Wow. Read non-detection for us.
Okay, again, the
Interesting.
target can be a willing creature or place or an object, but no larger than 10 feet. That's why I asked. The target
Ooh.
can't be perceived by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Holy shit.
Damn, dude.
As you look up, the stars dim.
Damn.
Oh my
Fucking
god,
Dylan.
Dylan!
Sexy motherfucker. That was
Dylan.
Dylan,
I-
fucking
You were
Dylan.
feeling you were being scried.
Oh.
Dylan
Wow.
Mackenzie McCullum.
And-
That was.
Oh.
Nesbit just looks
Wow.
up.
So good.
I don't know if I told you, but Kano got rid of it for me.
Sure I did.
And I'll just scream to the heavens. Like, Nesbit is like, weirdly has like this weird weight lifted off of him. And Nesbit just screams to the heavens, and I learned something new!
Where is Zaza and where is Joey?
Oh my god.
Unreal, man.
Zaza's definitely been staying with the crew after missing out on the ostrich leaving during her short nap.
So you saw Nesbit and Zygo and Kano and kind of overheard this conversation a little bit off to the side. Didn't have much to do with it. They were kind of speaking in hushed whispers, but weren't like hiding it from you. But it clearly shouldn't really involve you. At least not directly yet.
Yeah.
And whatever it is, they seem to depart their conversation as if like taken care of for now.
Okay.
I think Joey was also on the deck.
Great. Next to Sven, who is also
Yeah.
sitting next to you, about
Next
ready to go to sleep.
Charlie. Petting him.
So, where next, Captain?
We really only have one way to go. Forward.
So now they know where we are. Or at least where we have been. Thanks to you.
That's fine. We move forward. That's our plan. There's not really much we can do. Unless we want to abandon ship, but we won't. Just remember, we are all being hunted. And so, we have to worry about ourselves, first and foremost. I know it's tempting to worry about things outside of us, and it may even seem selfish, but we have to be, for now.
Joey comes up and kind of rests her hand on Nesbit's arm, like kind of taps at him, and goes, I've been hunted my whole life. I think we all have. We can do this.
Nesbit goes to say something and then doesn't.
Joey knows Nesbit does not like her right now.
All right. What else is there to do?
Take a long rest if you like.
Yes, please.
Kano
Everybody-
would
go ahead.
Kano wants to look at Joey and say, "How are the berries? How do the berries taste?"
So sour. I got them from my grandma, Flibberty Gibbet Goblet.
And that is where we are going to end tonight.
Jesus.
Ending a little bit early this evening. Thank you all so much for joining us once again. What a fantastic session, guys. Great job. Make sure you join us next Tuesday, 6 p.m. PST, right here on twitch.tv/hero_club. And make sure you check out our podcast, heroclubpodcast.com, and listen to our latest season, The City of Mirrors, and go take a look through our catalog, our library. It's a bunch of good stories await you, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we did making it. Enjoy listening to it as much as we did making it. There we go. Does anybody have anything fun they want to plug before we go tonight?
I want to plug my show. That's on Monday, November 8th. It's the debut of my solo show. It's going to be totally imperfect, totally nonsense, totally a work in progress, but you should come see it.
Yeah, go see Natasha's show. Where is it?
It's at Junior High in Los Angeles.
Amazing.
Dope ass.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything fun? In that case, have a wonderful evening, everybody, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.